In the state of Maryland, Montgomery County has been the second hardest hit jurisdiction by the coronavirus. In the county, Black and brown communities have disproportionately felt the impact of this virus. The Hispanic community in particular has had the highest rate of infection, requiring an unprecedented policy response led by two fearless Latino leaders, Council Member Nancy Navarro and Gabriel Albornoz, with the support of their council colleagues. And hand in hand with the community-based organizations have provided much-needed relief. On the front lines, there have been hundreds of essential workers, including all medical personnel, who day in and day out are fighting this invisible enemy, and in many cases, risking their lives to save the lives of others.
The United States has given a lot to a lot of countries, so I'm proud of being able to help and being part of the Hispanic community and help in those difficult times of COVID-19.
Thank you for risking everything and being away from your families to selflessly serve your community. Thank you for the long hours of work and every sweat and tear shed during this pandemic. Thank you on behalf of those who lost their battle, as you did everything humanly possible to provide care and support. Thank you for lifting up the Hispanic community during this pandemic and beyond. Certainly, Montgomery County is blessed to have angels on earth like you. During Hispanic Heritage Month, we especially want to honor all of our Hispanic heroes for leading, healing, and providing hope during this pandemic. An unstoppable force, that is Grace Rivera, a Bolivian immigrant who has done nothing more than dedicate herself completely to the service of her community. For years, she has given her time and effort to help shape a more just and inclusive Montgomery County. For her, the year 2020 has not been the exception. The pandemic that paralyzed the world propelled Grace to reach new levels of service and fill in important gaps to better respond to the need of our Latino community. In partnership with Black Rock Center for the Arts, Grace brought together a community hub to bring access to much-needed essential items for children, families, and seniors impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. From distributing food to providing COVID detection tests, contact tracing, and access to telemedicine service. They are certainly saving lives.
This is a community that welcomed me and my family when we arrived here. And so it's a full circle, and I just feel like everything I have done in my life till today has prepared me for this moment. All the connections that I have made, all the boards that I have served on, all the commissions that I have served on. Everybody, that I know has been able to somehow impact the work that we're doing with the community.
An invaluable advocate for those who need it most.
Grace is what I call a warrior of the light. Her authenticity, passion, and purpose are things I admire in her. While COVID-19 has brought to light long-entrenched inequities, we have also witnessed a surge in leaders who are ensuring that the most vulnerable among us are taken care of. As we fight this pandemic, we have established new bonds and grown closer as a community. Endurers like Grace and those in the front lines are giving hope and elevating our humanity.
Neither the fear of being infected nor any other risk or challenge has managed to stop Grace's commitment. Her determination to give back to the community that has given her so much has motivated her own children to follow the same path.
It's great to work with family. My mother, being the director of all of this, is amazing as she's taken the lead and taken the charge and has seen the need in the community.
Our community is better off because of Grace. And during Hispanic Heritage Month, we honor her work and dedication to her community. She is truly a hero among us. In times of COVID-19, the most important factor to avoid the virus from spreading is cleanliness. Hundreds of Latino workers have been there to disinfect our hospitals, health clinics, office buildings, supermarkets, schools, and more. They have always been and will continue to be essential employees because their hard working hours is what allow us to have clean and livable spaces. Our lives depend on them. The lives of our healthcare employees have been in their hands now more than ever. There is no word that can describe the appreciation that as a county we feel towards each of them. Thank you very much for putting your own life at risk to ensure the welfare of others. Thank you because you have been boots on the ground since day one and have overcome your own fear of being infected. We feel safer because of you, and that is why you have become our VIP heroes. From the people and for the people is the phrase that best characterizes Mario Alvarado Villa. Hailing from Honduras and a taxi driver by profession, Mario has had an immeasurable impact within the Hispanic community of Montgomery County and surrounding jurisdictions. His nobility and empathy for those most in need leads him to give everything in exchange of nothing. At the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, Mario used his own savings to bring food to families that were in precarious situations, and with that same spirit, he organized his fellow taxi drivers. Together, and through the organization that he founded, INCAEF, they managed to get Montgomery County to grant them $60,000 as part of the earlier COVID-19 food assistance funding. Spearheaded by council members Albornoz, Navarro, and Rice, and unanimously approved by the council. Mario used the funds to purchase and distribute culturally adequate food items for the families he served. This grant expanded his capacity from helping 100 low-income Hispanic families to more than 1,000.
El punto grande es que Dios lo utilice a uno, que sea uno esa persona que Dios diga como mira, te voy a dar la misión, llévale a él. O sea, ese es el punto importante. El dinero no es importante, el dinero es algo que en esta pandemia nos hemos dado cuenta. Mucha gente que tiene dinero se ha quedado el dinero ahí y ellos no han podido sobrevivir, tristemente, ¿verdad?
He has a unique perspective because as a Latino man from and of the community, he is able to truly grasp the magnitude of the need and respond to challenges that this vulnerable population is experiencing. And from there, he managed to understand that a large percentage of Hispanics and single mothers could not go to other food distribution sites since they require a car. So with fellow taxi drivers, they hand deliver food to their homes.
Yo le agradezco mucho, tanto a él y como tanto a la gente que a él le ayuda para que nos venga a dejar con nosotros.
Those who have seen his work and dedication know that what he does with his soul.
Mario is an angel. I am so impressed with his heart, his ability to connect to the community. It's clear that he sees a problem and he takes action. And it's clear that he's doing this for all the right reasons. And we need to do more to support Mario and people like Mario, because it's through these kinds of partnerships that we're really going to be able to make a difference in the community.
He claims that as long as he lives, he will continue to serve. For that reason, this county and the Latino community will always be grateful to this Hispanic hero.
No seamos solo críticos, sino portadores a la sociedad.
Coronavirus has taught us great lessons. It has pushed us to reach new limits, to discover new ways of survival, and above all, to be empathetic with our fellow neighbors. Many of our employees were forced to put their profession aside to serve in other areas of greater urgency. Many others have worked long hours in order to assist our residents in different ways, from mental health, county assistance applications, interpretation, housing, and more. Each and every one of you has played an important role during this pandemic. We are a county of excellence because of the work that you do. At the age of 24, Oneeda Hernandez has proven to be an innate leader in her community. Her mother, who passed away recently, instilled in her the importance of giving a hand to those in need. And it is precisely what she has been doing non-stop since the coronavirus began to wreak havoc in the area. Hand in hand with her 7 siblings, they managed to establish a working group named in honor of their late mother, Community Help Audelia. In a few months, they already have 40 volunteers who provide all kinds of assistance to families at risk, from food, rent assistance, diapers, and even counseling.
These are hardworking families. They're not families that are here just to take up all the resources. They give back to the community. They put in their labor. They're trying to advance their own lives as well as their children's, and we're here just not to give them charity but to help them achieve that goal.
She has a clear understanding that the economic instability that many families face as a result of the pandemic and prior to it has great consequences not only in adults, but also leaves great emotional consequences for their children.
My mom is not working, so it's hard for us to buy food and stuff for us.
That is why every day she works hard to create real change in her community and bring little peace in the midst of so much anguish.
It means a lot for you to have somebody come into your house to deliver something that you need for you. I would say thank you for the job they are doing.
Oneeda plans to establish a nonprofit organization so she can have greater impact in the community she loves and serves.
We're serving everyone in the community, not only the Latinx community, but anyone that is in need of help, we're willing to help. We're not here just to serve one specific community. We're here to help anyone that is in need of assistance for right now.
Without a doubt, Oneeda Hernandez is a true Latino hero. The Hispanic force is incomparable. And 2020 has only proven that we are indispensable for the sustainability of this country and that we have the courage to face any challenge. We may have a long way to go, but we are certain that we will reach our final goal. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.